If I die today, I'm dying in Versace. One and only, I don't ask them, do they copy? Bad boy, huh? You could ask my... What's good, y'all? It's your boy Clutch Peso, and I'm back with another video. Thank you for tuning in. And I want to say thank you to everybody that's been showing love and dropping likes, comments, and subscribing. Like, appreciate y'all. Without y'all, we would be nothing, you know what I mean? And thank you for blessing my algorithm. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in now, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's get straight into it, man. We're going straight to the source, TikTok, looking up conspiracy theories, and just woke videos. And yeah, I also like going to TikTok so that we can see the creators of the videos. We're going straight directly to the source, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's organic, you know. Show them some love. If you like their channel, go follow it. Their TikTok, go follow it. You know, I'll do the same after the video, whatever. But yeah, let's get right to it, man. Conspiracy theories. Let's go. Oh,
you need to hear this crazy conspiracy about iPhones. Have you ever thought about why an iPhone has its name? Some people think when Apple says I, it literally means I. iPhones are watching us, listening to us, and seeing everything we're doing. And some people have this link to the Illuminati. Don't believe me? What's Siri spelled backwards? You need to hear this crazy conspiracy about iPhone.
Iris. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't got an iPhone. I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android. You know what I mean? I got one of them bricks, man. I don't know. I'm an Android user. I don't really like Mac, like PC. Like, I don't know. Because I keep it old school, I guess. I don't know.
It took me 20 years to realize what this scene actually meant. It took me 20 years to realize what this scene actually...
So does this man look familiar to you guys at all? Well, if you recognize him or have seen him in your dreams before, you are not alone. You might be experiencing this phenomenon with tens of thousands of other people. So in
The fireworks?
January of 2006, a pretty well-known psychiatrist in New York City started seeing a patient who said that she was dreaming of a man who she had never met. While the client described what this man looked like, the therapist took a sketch, which eerily turned out looking something like this.
I don't remember ever seeing this guy in my dreams. What about y'all? Drop a comment down below. Have you seen this guy in your dreams? I haven't.
In her dreams, he would give her advice about her private life and seemed to know every single one of her problems. After the client had left, the therapist had left the sketch out. Another one of her clients saw it and came forward stating that they had also been dreaming of that man as well, even though this guy had never even met him in real life. So the therapist then decides to send the sketch out to his colleagues who also have clients who are struggling with reoccurring dreams. And to his surprise, more patients came forward talking about how they had been visited by him in their dreams. And each of the clients eerily referred to him as this man. A bunch of different variations of sketches of him appeared, so much so that a website was created in order to put all of these findings in one place. And at this point, more than 2,000 people had come forward stating that they had had dreams of this man. And in
Hold on, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Thisman.org. Let's check it out. Let's see if that's really a thing. Oh. January 2000, New York patient. Okay, it's just reiterating what you just said. Portraits. Happy 4th of July, y'all. Almost forgot to say that. I don't know if y'all can hear the fireworks going off in the back. But I don't know this dude, man. In the world. That's wild. Imagine that.
each individual's dream, he was described as being a benevolent person. In some dreams, he might be chasing people and then show them the way out. In other dreams, he might be flying with someone. You will literally never guess the reason behind why this is happening. Go to the next part. So does this man look...
Never forget this moment. Never forget this moment.
Oh, so wear a mask till nobody's looking. Yeah, that's crazy.
Jim Carrey was trying to expose the secrets of the government and the Illuminati, but we weren't listening to him? You need to see this. So Jim Carrey went on the Jimmy Kimmel Live show several years ago to promote a movie, and during his entrance, he just kept flashing the symbol of the Illuminati to everyone. He didn't even let Jimmy ask one question about his movie. He spent his whole time trying to wake people up and just expose and talk about the government. The producers had no idea he was going to do this.
Have you, oh, like you don't know what it is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't
Jim Carrey's been doing this for years. He ain't playing with y'all, man.
know. David Letterman doesn't know. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on.
The producers had no clue he was going to
He makes it seem like satire when I think he's being serious.
do that, and it sounded like people were laughing during the interview, but everyone who went to the live taping exposed that no one was laughing. It was completely silent, and they just edited laugh tracks over it, which makes it so much creepier. People are worried for his health and safety now after putting himself on the line like this, and the weird fact that he's had less jobs recently and now he's suddenly choosing to retire.
Well, I'm retiring, and this is something you might never hear another celebrity say. I have enough. I've done enough. I am enough.
I'm gonna show you one last crazy clip of what he said, but before I do, make sure you follow so you find to know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and requests who you want to see next.
You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to turn us into, you know, consumer drones of some sort. Hold on, I just got to get this. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I was temporarily interrupted by my iPhone 6 Plus.
Jim Carrey was trying.
What is your most controversial opinion?
Both political parties is full of crap, and they're controlled by the Illuminati, but the Illuminati is controlled by the Anunnaki, which are not human, if you know what I mean. And when I bring that stuff up, 90% of people say, no freaking way. But they can never disprove any part of it. And
What y'all think, man? Y'all believe in the Anunnaki? What y'all think?
that is my most controversial opinion.
For people that don't know that, what is the Illuminati?
The Illuminati is the people that claim to be illuminated. They claim to know the true history of mankind and the true genetics of mankind. They also claim to have more bloodline in them from the Anunnaki, which is the gods. But they aren't actual gods, they're physical beings, but they're not from this planet.
What is your most controversial?
So y'all let me know if y'all believe in the Illuminati and Anunnaki or either or. Just let me know down below. Just tell me.
Tonight I noticed that David Muir holds his arm in this weird position and never moves it. So I've spent the last 4 hours spiraling and trying to figure out why. Tonight I noticed that David Muir holds...
Have you heard the conspiracy theory that Australia is fake?
What?
The biggest piece of evidence there is, have you ever seen an Australian child? Have you heard the conspiracy theory that...
I don't know if I've ever seen an Australian child. That's crazy. Okay. I don't know. What's the false vacuum theory, y'all? Drop down below. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what the false vacuum theory is. I've never heard of it.
Yo, just try this if you got kids.
Or notice it.
Look at the ingredients. If it has red dye in it.
Red 40 or red 3.
If it has red dye in it.
Which red 3 they're getting ready to legally ban. It's banned in most other countries.
Just, before you call me stupid or a conspiracy theorist, take it out and watch the difference in your kids. We just tried this night and day.
Yeah, I'm trying it.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% believe in? I'll go first.
That Area 51 isn't where we think it is. It's actually a little bit closer to home. So I believe we are Area 51. And that military base in the middle of the desert that no one can go, the one where you can get shot on sight, is the exit. Why do you think they can shoot you on sight? Because they don't want us to leave.
Hey, yo. Mind. I never thought about it like that. Yo. What if, Yo. Hey, yo. That's crazy. I never thought about it like that. What y'all think, man? That's crazy.
What's a conspiracy theory that you...
They might come after me for telling you this. Moving on to the end of our list here, we have the Rothschild Rockefellers. This refers to the two most powerful and richest families in the world. Starting off with the Rothschilds, which was 5 brothers that basically own and control the banking in all of Europe. Through this, they amassed a fortune. And since then have funded major military efforts, bailed out banks and even governments, and basically have their companies and hand in almost every country across the world. On the other side in America, we have the Rockefellers, who amassed their fortune through industrialization and the monopolization of the oil company. With this money, they were able to fund such projects like the atomic bomb, the invention of nuclear weapons, and even had a major role in funding and creating the UN. The actual net worth of both these families is unknown, but it could be anywhere from 500 billion upwards to the trillions. And the theory here is that they control everything, from what you hear, to the money you receive, to the systems put in order that you follow. And of course, guys, with a lot of money comes a lot of power. But power leads to dangerous situations. And even though this is theory, revealing this information could be very dangerous because they might come after me for telling you this. Moving on to the end of our list here.
Yo, you control the money.
What conspiracy theory do you believe is 100% true? Celebrities aren't actually giving their kids absurd names, they just aren't publicizing their legal names. That there are people rich enough to disappear. There must be some billionaires we've never heard of. That 95% of social media comments on news stories, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, are made by bots. For many years people were considered crazy for saying the government is spying on everything you do online. Then the leaks started. Human cloning has already been done or attempted. We cloned a sheep named Dolly in 1996, and humans aren't that much different to sheep in their early blastocyst or embryonic development. Some government agency has probably cloned a human, and are watching over that person right now. Apple got rid of the headphone jack because Square was competing with Apple Pay. Jesse's girl and Stacy's mom are the same person. Social media algorithms are designed to enrage you and keep you unhappy. That Epstein was murdered to keep the world's elite secrets from being outed. There is more to both Kennedy assassinations than has been officially released. The CIA regularly posts this topic to see if people are catching on to the real conspiracies yet. It's been decades, but I'm like 95% sure my uncle is walking around with my real nose still in his pocket. Companies create shortages just to give them an excuse to raise prices. Not all of the more recent shortages, but certainly a good chunk of them. They also make sure the hype around the shortage is scaring consumers into buying as much as possible. What conspiracy
theories do you guys... I'm like tongue-tied tonight, bro. What conspiracy theories do you guys think is 100% true? Let me know down below. What conspiracy theories do you think is 100% true? I'll leave that up to y'all. Can't show all my whole hand. I just started with the conspiracy theories. I can't show you guys my whole hand. I can't show you everything. Nah, for real though. Yeah.
Nah, my daddy a OG conspiracy theorist. He talking about I don't trust air fryers because I never seen the air fry nothing. I mean, you're not wrong, nigga. Nah, my daddy a OG conspiracy theorist. He talking about...
What is the scariest theory known to mankind? The Big Bounce theory. It states that if the Big Bang occurred from nothing, then there will be no changing factor the next time the universe is created. This means when our universe ends and another is created, it will be created in the exact same way with the exact same galaxies, planets, species. If this is true, our entire universe is in an endless cycle of creating and destroying itself, and you will be born into every universe endlessly. What is the scariest theory known to mankind?
If this is right, it's because China...
Do you guys believe in regeneration or the other one? I got a brain fart. Regeneration or reincarnation? You guys believe in that?
Could 20...
If this is right, it's because China has our data, and if this is right, it's because China has our data, and
could 2053 be the end of humanity? On October 20th, 2022, a mysterious man named Peter Reuter appeared out of nowhere, declaring he's from the future, precisely the year 2062. He urgently asserted that a woman named Mary Baker must not board a flight to London, though he claimed to have no personal knowledge of her. When probed, he revealed that her journey would spark the diffusion of a new virus variant. His assigned psychiatrist, Dr. Knight, was initially skeptical until Peter divulged secrets about her life that no one else knew. Peter's dire warnings escalated as he asserted that if Mary Baker's trip is not prevented, there will be no trace of human existence left by October 23rd, 2053. Could 20...
Who's Mary Baker and where do we find her? Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine your name being Mary Baker. You never boarded a plane in your life. Like, damn, I might kill people, man.
Because I've looked at every conspiracy theory, you know, moon landing, 9/11, JFK, I mean, all kinds of conspiracies. But the one I'd never looked at, and now, you know, I'm 58, so I'm like, okay, let me look at this one, is God. And I said, let me see about this God thing. I've never been a religious guy. And so I start reading and I start talking to people. I also found that around me, like a couple of people I was working with, they're all Christians. And not that anyone was ever pushing anything on me. When I asked them questions, they would gladly answer. And there's a lot of stuff written about Jesus. There's a lot written, you know, thousands of years of books. And there's some contemporary stuff such as evidence demands a verdict. And, you know, this just is so much. And I got to tell you, Joe, as sure as I know that Building 7 didn't fall down out of sympathy for Building 1 and 2, God is real, Jesus existed, he was a badass outlaw, and has changed my outlook on life. It's because I've looked at...
Reason I believe in the Bible is prophecy. A lot of things that the Bible has said has come true in like very specific ways. Probably won't get into it now, but a lot of what the Bible has said has come to true in some very specific ways. Yeah. That's just me, though. To each his own. If you don't believe in the Bible, I respect it, you know? To each his own.
If you think the moon landing was fake,
Or her own.
If you think the moon landing was fake, you just want attention. It took nearly 500,000 people to build the Saturn V rocket and the lunar module. Do you think they all lied until their graves? You don't think one person would have snitched by now? Oh, but like his boots don't match the...
No, it's disclosure. Not everyone's getting disclosed the same thing. Everyone has their own job to do.
footprint on the moon. Yeah, it's literally called an overshoot. It was part of the spacesuit. It's really not that hard to understand. But like, why is the flag waving? There's no atmosphere. It doesn't make any sense. Do you think NASA doesn't understand gravity? They installed a metal rod to hold up the flag, but it got jammed and didn't extend all the way. But why aren't there any stars? Like, they're in space, you'd be able to see the stars. Yeah, it's called being on the daylight side of the moon. You know, the side that faces the sun? Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to see anything. If they took the focus off the surface and tried to point it at the stars, this is what it would look like. Do you think anybody wants to see that? But just in case common sense isn't good enough for you, the lunar module is literally still there and people take pictures of it all the time. If you think the moon landing was fake...
They said that China...
If you think the moon landing was fake, you...
Come on, bro.
They said that China found an uninhabited island filled with dinosaurs.
So Jurassic Land?
Bro, let me tell you the story.
Jurassic Land?
Bro, this was a couple days ago. A woman went to a...
If you could, would you go to Jurassic Land? I think I would go if there was... the only way I would go is if there was a way for me to be completely enclosed and in like indestructible container, you know what I mean? Like where I could see out, you know what I mean? Like a indestructible human cage that I could be in just to explore and get the out of there, you know what I mean?
A nail salon. So she's getting her nails done, and then all the ladies suddenly just stop working and they look at the news. She don't know what's going on. It's Chinese news, so she can't understand what they're saying. So she gets Google Translator out, and what it says is like they found dinosaurs. So basically China had an expedition of 15 people to this uncharted land somewhere out in the world, and they found like actual dinosaurs. So far they found 2 new species of dinosaurs, and one of those species of dinosaurs is like a machine, something we've never seen before, something like crazy.
What are they making this shit up to distract us from them doing that weird thing they just did?
It could be that, or they could have actually really found some because people think that the Earth is way bigger than it really is. Like the whole time we've been lied to, like how the map looks. Because also recently Japan just recounted its islands. They found 7,000 new islands in Japan.
How do you just not realize
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's one thing I do believe. I do believe there are many places on Earth that we're not allowed to go to, and that they won't tell us about. And I believe that planes fly certain routes purposely. Like the airports have certain, and the planes have certain routes they take for us not to go to certain places. You know what I mean? I really believe that there are many places on Earth that us average people will not know about, and we will die not knowing about.
Just find that out,
found 7.
The glitter conspiracy is one that probably will show up on this list, and that one's pretty stupid. But it's also kind of cool.
I'm having trouble remembering that one. How's it go?
There's an interesting fact that like 80% of the world's glitter is produced in 2 factories, both of which are in New Jersey. That's weird.
Jersey.
The glitter conspiracy is one that probably...
My bad.
That's weird. You
weird.
hear that stat and you're like...
They said that...
The glitter conspiracy is
My bad.
both of which are in New Jersey. That's weird. You
weird.
hear that stat and you're like, hey, I'm interested in that stat. I want to learn some more about glitter.
Tell me about this glitter.
So apparently glitter is like highly secretive. The whole process for how it's made is more protected than like Fort Knox. Like the journalist went there. She was like, can I see how glitter is made? They're like, absolutely not. Like you can't even come into the factory. It's like such a secret thing. And so the thing that people really latched on to was someone at the glitter factory basically kind of said along the lines of like, you'll never guess who our top customers are. Like you'll never guess. And it made people go like, well, what is it? Who's buying glitter? Yeah.
I mean, think, what are the practical uses of glitter? Like, you put it on a birthday card, maybe. That's it.
Sometimes you put it on your body.
If you're Britney Spears in the Toxic music video, you put it on your body.
Which I frequently am when I'm trying to go to sleep. I do dress up like Britney Spears in the Toxic music video.
But who hasn't? Who hasn't? Yeah.
Yo, imagine that. Imagine, what if glitter was one of them, like, hear me out. I'm not saying it for a fact, but what if glitter was like one of the most precious man-made materials on Earth? What if it was like the end of the world? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what if it was the end of the world and like glitter became like a big currency? You know what I mean? Like what if glitter was a currency? Like, I'm about to start buying glitter, man. Yeah, I'm about to rack up on my glitter. Yeah, I'm gonna have a whole room full of glitter. I'm gonna go everywhere shining.
Have you ever heard of what the everybody is dead theory? All of us are dead, or everyone?
Yo, weird fact. When I was young, I used to think that I was like dead. I used to think like I died, and no one knew, and I was just like a dead person walking around. I know it sounds weird.
Everybody is dead theory.
I think
have you heard about that?
Tell me.
So there's a theory, right?
Yeah.
You know how the world was supposed to end in like 2012?
2012.
Everybody was like, oh fuck, we're gonna die, right?
Yeah.
So there's a theory that we actually all did die in 2012.
Yeah.
And life right now, right? You know how people say when they die, their life flashes before their eyes? But to them, it flashes and it's almost like they perceive time differently.
Oh, yeah.
So what if everybody died in 2012 and we're all experiencing life through a flash, right? But this flash feels like however long, 80 years, right?
Yeah.
But really, it's just happening within like a millisecond.
Within a millisecond, yeah. And then somebody like presses the button and we just all wake up.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That'd be crazy. But yeah, that's the video, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's your boy Kless Peso. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Give me some feedback of what y'all think of my videos, what I could improve, what I could do better. I'm here for y'all, so, you know, whatever y'all say goes. What y'all think I should do to improve, just let me know. I'd really appreciate the feedback. Yeah, man. It's your boy Kless Peso. Jersey.